take over.
What's going on, y'all? Red IAV and the homie JB. Let's get to it.
Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your fucking lines tapped. I swear that I'm dialed in.
Okay.
First I was a rat, so where's the proof of the trial then?
What?
Where's the paperwork of the cabinet is filed in?
Okay.
1090 Jake would have took all the walls down. The streets would have had me hiding out in a small town. My Montreal connects stand up, not far down. The ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns. I am a war general.
We're gonna get right to it.
In preparation. My jacket is covered
impromptu
in
podcast, y'all.
decoration. You waited for this moment.
Take over.
A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation.
Really?
Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration. You gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my inspiration. Even the picture you use.
All right, y'all. Oh man, it has been one hell of a week. It's your homie Red IAV and the homie JB.
Johnny has the keys.
Perfect.
Oops, sorry y'all.
Johnny has the keys.
Johnny has the keys, and this is the
Take over.
Yo, I'm about to get JB on the phone in a minute, but I just wanted to know, are y'all as whiplashed as I am regarding this whole beef? I am over it. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Yo, I'm gonna get Johnny on the phone, but we literally recorded a pod to try to cover Not Like Us, and 2 hours later, I kid you not, the Hard Part 6 drops. Everybody wondering, like, yo, why we so behind on the pod? Y'all understand? Like, we record on Saturdays. So from Saturday from Saturday all the way until that day, it's 2-3 records that have dropped. And we trying to cover them. We're trying to cover them. Matter of fact, I might make a little diss track to Kendrick and Drake. Stop dropping tracks back to back. Stop dropping tracks. I'm going to get my homie on the phone. We got a long discussion to talk about regarding all of this, the internet hoopla, and all of that stuff, because it's been a lot. It's been too much. It's been way too much. Hold on, let me give my little treat while we talking about this. It's been too much. It's too much going on. Too many songs. It's too much beef. It's too much going on online. It's too many commentators, and it's too many yoga doing white girls that's commenting on this because they think it's pop culture. And I get it, it's Drake, right? But this is hip hop. This is rap. This is Kendrick. This is Drake. This is real, right? This ain't nothing light. This ain't nothing to sleep on. I'm trying to see if I can get him through. Okay, I can hear it. Y'all probably can hear it.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
What's up?
What's going on, JB?
Nothing much. We live?
We live. Matter of fact, I don't even know if you can hear this, but let's go ahead. Okay. It probably sounds like trash in the phone. I never really been on the other end. But look, man, I was just telling the audience like a little preamble here for a few minutes talking about how we literally record. So we recorded on Saturday to try to cover every single thing that was going on in this Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef.
Right.
We then get Not Like Us, right? Because Family Matters dropped, right. We covered. We thought
afterwards.
Yep, yeah. Well, we had to. So Not Like Us drops. We had to get back on the phone. I tried to record something to get us, and we were talking about it. We commented on it, and then right 4 hours later, after having that damn conversation, the Hard Part 6 drops.
No, you can't keep up with them.
Yo, people's like, I
can't keep up with
people was asking like, oh man, like this old clips, like you ain't hear Not Like Us, and I'm like, yo, you know how long it took us to get the pod. Like we had recorded a 3-hour pod, extensive review of the whole beef. I don't know how you feel about all that, like the whiplash of the battling.
I think it's one of the greater weekends in like rap history, man. Just off of pure drops alone. I think we probably got like 5 or 6 records.
Right.
On a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Somebody said this is pretty much a versus album between Kendrick and Drake if they dropped the album featuring them both.
I know DSP's playlist is winning off this. There's a lot 100%. Of people out here making playlists based off the songs, off these dishes, including First Person Shooter. If you count First Person Shooter like that, and now this new the Kendrick one, Not Like Us, that's gonna be 3 number ones right here
between this whole thing. I mean, Push Ups was number 1 for like a minute, like a second, and then it got out of there.
Push Ups never got to number 1 because he dropped it 10 days after it dropped online. It would have. He had a number 1.
No, Family. Was it Family Matter? One of them went. Well, no, it went number 1 on the hip hop charts, not top 100. But even that, it went on. It was on there for a second, but because of all the records that was coming out, it got
Push Up got number 1 on the Apple Music charts.
Right.
Yeah. It would have been, but he dropped it after it was already out.
I think we're gonna do a lot of backtracking in this conversation. Pardon me, I got a little snack because I know we're gonna be talking for a minute. Got a lot on the docket for us. First of all, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. I won't play it now. I played it in the last time we tried to record this. I won't play it now. I feel like the conversation is more important than actual music since the music's already happened. How did you feel when that dropped? What was your reaction to it? Like, where do you feel that put Kendrick when you heard that? All of that.
Yeah. So the song is not for me.
Right.
So I don't like it. I don't like the song. It's not the Bob Policies too, but I can see it like being a West Coast anthem. So it wasn't for me, but I felt just off sheer quality, just putting tracks out and push Kendrick to like the lead in the beef. Because at the time I had Drake slightly ahead because I thought, I still think that Family Matters is the best song out of all the songs.
We'll get to that. I feel like a lot of people are more than I thought they're actually coming back to that song. Family Matters. I don't want to take from Not Like Us.
So listen, bro, let me tell you something. Right now, people need to rejoice because it's cool, but don't forget with beef.
Yeah.
You look at a year from now, you go back and look at it, you say, hold on.
Yep.
And then 5 years, 10 years, you go back and look. You know what I mean?
But they doing it quicker. They doing it quicker than that now. Like.
Yeah, but right now, it still ain't enough. A lot of gems is being lost.
Right.
But it's all good.
I'm just saying, like, I'm saying this because I'm on my TikTok. Like when Not Like Us came out, obviously that was everywhere. And everybody was talking about it.
That had to catch your, like, the more shock value. You got the OV Ho.
Right.
You got the
pedophile bar.
Freaky.
Freaky 6'9". A minor. Yeah.
I mean, those is like, okay.
Yo, this is the most quotable that I've known Kendrick to be since ever. Like, this whole beef. Like, it might have made him a better rapper, yo. Like, for real.
I think it made both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them better rappers.
Well, I'm not sure. Well, we'll talk about that. I'm not sure on the Drake end.
I must say, I think it made both of them focus on stuff that they was lacking.
That's a fact.
Way. Like,
that's
Drake needed some more.
He needed it.
Of just like doing the club shit. He needed something to like have him focused on like some rapper shit, and Kendrick needed to expand to do some shit outside of being there. Like,
That's a
bro,
fact.
have a little fun, have some fun with your raps, bro.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the most, that's song you could tell he's having fun making that.
And you know, it's funny. I was talking to Corey. He was over the crib and we was talking about it, and I was telling him like the reason I didn't like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was because like Kendrick always has to be in a concept. Actually,
yeah, bro.
Most of the stuff that's conceptual in this beef is my least favorite stuff from Kendrick. But Euphoria, Not Like Us, even 616 LA, like those three, because the concept songs are like sleepy time.
Tailor made, Grams, we out.
Exactly.
It's just not.
But like all the other ones can stay. Like, but when Kendrick is rapping, like when he does Euphoria, when he's on 616 LA, even though it's not my nearly, not nearly my favorite top step.
I'm not jacking that, but like that, but like that verse.
But like that, but like also, but like and in this, I feel like when he can, this actually proved to me that Kendrick doesn't release bangers not because he can't. He just doesn't want to, and that's annoying to me.
Yeah, I think J. Cole might be similar.
Yeah.
That he don't want to.
Yeah, because when
all of his until he started the features.
Right. Because I think he saw that as fun.
I don't know if he wrote it Middle Child to be like a hit and it ended up being a hit. Before that, when he had the hits, they haunted him. Can't get enough haunted this man.
Work out for me. Right? Like these aren't even good hooks. I'm a J. Cole fan, so I like the songs.
About selling his soul. Yeah, right. Yeah. No, the songs are good, yeah.
No, his
what's the one with Miguel? Power Trip.
Oh yeah. That was the first one. That was the first one. That was like because
that's one of my favorite songs. Period.
Yeah, and then from there, I think Rob obviously he goes into Forest Hill Drive, and it's like it's a wrap from there. He knows how to do it. But anyway, so back to Not Like Us drops. Kendrick is. I mean, like I'll tell you how I felt. I think I was like, man, it's over for the boy. It's over. Not because the song was great, but because you let him drop Meet the Grams. Family Matters drops, which is amazing. It gets stepped on by this, right? Like, actually, It's and so I think like, Family Matters gets stepped on by Meet the Grams, and so we don't get a chance to rebuttal. Not Like Us drops the next day, like almost like a victory lap. Even though the victory wasn't even like secure, but that release drop, like that dropping, like it stepped on anything that could have been.
It might have been already though, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. This shit was in the cars, bro.
No, it was no. Let me get this clear.
Set out to pack them in. Bro.
Yeah, let me set this clear. I gotta
the objective people, but the masses, bro. It was devil.
No. That's what I'm saying. Well, the thing about it was always an uphill battle for Drake, right? Like it was always an uphill battle, and I think that Drake has a weird fandom. Drake has the pop fandom, but the pop fandom is not loyal, right? Like he had a hip hop fandom, but when you go pop, you don't have loyal fans. You just have people that you got the casual, what most of them call it, excuse.
Yeah, they just not as big. A lot of his fans, most of his fans, ain't just rap fans. He got a large rap fan base, but
not.
He also has a ton of the pop. Others, right?
The country, yeah. So I think that's the downfall. That was always going to be an issue with Drake going into I don't want to jump too far ahead, but let's get to Hard Part 6. I was playing a little bit of this earlier. Sorry, I don't even know if we could hear. I just want to play it for the audience.
You dumb and reactive, nigga. I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? You haven't seen it.
So, and I just stopped it. When you heard, so you shot me the text actually, because you called me. Because I was literally, we came home from like grocery shopping or something. I think I came from Aldi or something. And I'm like, all right,
I called you before I even listened to it, right?
Yeah, I was like, I'm about to go walk the dogs. Yeah. I'm like, whatever, it's all good. Like, and you like, yo, this nigga dropped. I'm like, oh my God. And because we just had recorded just hours earlier reacted to Not Like Us. And so I had to, I don't know about you, but for me with this song, I literally had to, I played it back probably like 8 times before I realized it was a concession speech. You know what I mean? Like,
so you think I don't think it is, but I hear you.
I don't think he's conceding to the entire battle. I think it's up forever, and I don't think he that far behind. Like at all. I think because of the internet, it don't work the same way like with Jay and Nas. So I think him putting the song out, right. It doesn't come off as I'm salty as people like originally thought it was. You know what I mean? Because I think go ahead. Yeah. What you think?
No. I want to get back to like your concession. I want you to finish that.
So I feel like I had to play it back a few times, right? Because like I think what made it feel like a concession speech to me was the end, but also like. But it's very much the end and the talking. He was copping please.
He definitely had a couple parts in there that felt like that.
But I still feel like, to be honest, this did a really good job of. I don't think it stepped on Not Like Us, but it definitely put a little pause on it. Bro. Like people was like, "Oh, wait, what?"
This is my feeling story because I actually think the rapping on there is very superb again.
Top tier.
It's what I'm judging the battle on.
Yeah,
there is a couple like flaws I wish he would have just. I know he clearly was written in in that time.
No, he wrote it. He wrote it in like an hour.
So right. So I wish he would have just reread it one more time, just like, yo, okay, let me take this out.
Right.
Let me change this a little bit because it could have been flawless, bro. Good, but like,
yeah.
My thing is, this is my thing, and he revealed the whole setup for the cover and the fake daughter angle and shit. My thing is just like. And this is why this is one of the subjects in the pod from this week. Yep. It was like the double standards.
100%.
I'm telling you, if the roles was reversed and Kendrick revealed this setup, because people was already going crazy that he said, "What if OVO was working for me?" That was laughable.
No, people was wild. You know what's funny? I never. Again, this is the whole battle tested thing for me. I never thought, as smart as Kendrick was, I never thought that he was getting info. Like
that OVO was right. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, okay, so if Kendrick would have revealed that he do Drake, bro, you got people would have been calling this dude every type of master, mega mind, every type of fucking diabolical, cerebral assassin.
Well, you know the whole thing.
The double standards is unbelievable.
And you know the whole thing about that too, right? Because I know a lot of people was arguing with me online. Oh my God, it's my least favorite part of this whole beef. Is
I know. Oh my God. I ain't had this much hate since we posted the second best white rapper.
Right. I'm like, ironically, but like I think that it's what got to me with this whole thing was that Kendrick pulled the artwork. So, like, no matter what anybody said about, why would that don't even make sense? Because Drake said he pulled the artworort. The artwork he was bragging on that he posted, it's pulled. Exactly. He got a Kanye West album cover. Like, it's not. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And since that, he dropped 2 songs since that, neither one has bragged about.
Nope. No,
or Drake friends like a mole in the camp. That was on every disc before.
And you know what's crazy?
He did shit.
I would argue that before this hard part, and I'll talk about some bars in the hard part 6. I do want to get deep into it, but I think that Not Like Us was a response to it was the cover up.
It was.
I think it's a great cover up. but it's a cover up.
Was, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I want to get into this. Some of this. Some of Drake's.
From,
sorry, what?
I said the lyrical venom.
Yeah. No, you thought I'm talking about Drake. So I will. So I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. This again, I don't like Drake when he cop pleas, but I do understand why he had to, based on the hit song calling you a pedophile. But like, but the fact that he's pretty much
mad. I know a lot of people was mad that he addressed it. I'm not mad he addressed it.
I'm not mad. I just don't like to see it.
How?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just mad at how. Everybody could do it. Jay-Z brought up the sampling of The Voice just to let it know you're not about to. But he did it in a clever way. It was like, no, you're not about to. I wish he, instead of saying it how he said it, he would have went the route of, yo, I was smashing J-Lo.
Right, exactly. Yes, because you got Serena in your. I just think
you
that
have J-Lo, bro. Look who y'all trying to put on me now. I wish you would have did that. He should never said the word child molester shouldn't have came out of his mouth.
So I mean, even so for me,
the Millie Bobby Brown.
So
shouldn't have said it.
Well, first for me, I didn't really care for him talking about I did like the bars, but I don't think anybody thought Drake was a snitch. I don't even think nobody. I think that's something that's sore to him.
Yeah.
I think that's something that he feels a way about.
I think that's something else that he was fed, but Kendrick hinted at it, but he never brought it back up again.
Yeah, no, because Drake was robbed.
Drake now brought it up twice.
Yeah, Drake was robbed, but you're right. I think you're right.
He said the line. I know some that'll make whatever the
make Gunna wanna be a saint. Yep. And he never brought it up again.
He never brought it up again.
Yeah,
which I would have been curious.
So yeah, I think. But yeah, back to what you're saying. I think I get the whole Bobby Whitney, like the whole Bobby thing. It was really just so he can get back to saying Whitney.
Yes.
Which I get,
correct.
But you don't have to.
There's other ways. You could have said Bobby Brown, period.
Exactly. You bringing up Millie Bobby. He's trying to touch.
You could have said, I want Whitney's, not Bobby Brown's. You could have just said that. It would have been fine, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't have to say Millie in it, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. If he would have tweaked something, you definitely got to take that out. And he also got to take out the.
Yeah.
What was it? I'm too famous or some bullshit like that. I would have been arrested. Come on, bro.
I didn't like that. Yeah, I didn't like that, which is funny. But I do like. I don't like any of that. But I do like when he gets back to. People felt the way about the whole. Okay, again, I'm a man of God, so I'm gonna be easy on this part. But people did feel a way about the whole molestation bar and all of that. Like. How do you? I'll ask you straight up. How do you feel about that?
This is rap. This is hip hop. We're not doing that, bro.
Yeah.
And he didn't even make fun of it. He is psycho-analyzing this
the same way people talk about today. Drake is being read for filth. You're reading Drake for filth.
Everybody that's doing that, fuck out of here, bro.
Yep. Because I ain't gonna hold you.
He didn't say nothing bad. Yep. He didn't laugh at it. He said, "Oh, it's kind of make me sick anyway, bro."
Yeah, and honestly,
this is why you.
And you know what's crazy? It's crazy. Like honestly, I didn't have no problem with it just because of where it's all been taken. I don't think that somebody can call you a pedophile and then it ain't fair game from there as far as we assassinated characters. Okay. Like, and again, I wouldn't do it if I was battling, but like, I get why he had to take it there. And honestly, that's the one thing I seen about the internet. Like, people online was split. At first, everybody's like, how could Drake do it? And then I think people started realizing, like, it's a guy I follow, Christian Divine, and he getting murdered because he's one of the first creators on TikTok to point out the fact that, yo, this nigga Kendrick been moral grandstanding. Like, he's been acting like he's the moral police. And
bro, you talking about him gambling.
You wrote a letter to his child and you said he want to die, that you want him to die.
Yeah,
like what? Like
exactly.
It's I don't.
Where's that?
But anyway, so I do appreciate the. Oh, this is kind of crazy actually because it just happened, right? You mentioned A minor, but niggas got a B sharp and tell fans who was it. You thought you was left D, you left D flat, D major.
Flat.
I slit your
D
throat with the
major.
razor and do Rick Ross air like that one flight from.
That's
I
fire.
thought that
That's
was wild.
That was crazy.
I thought that was wild.
That was crazy. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was fire,
Yeah, that
bro.
was crazy.
That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. You know what shocked me about this? And I didn't want it, but I thought he would do it. I'm giving Ross hella respect because he is coming with hella like jokes and shit.
Yep.
But I'm so happy because I thought he was just gonna be dropping. I thought he was gonna drop as many songs as Kendrick, and that shit would have been corny as hell.
No, right? You talking about Ross?
He got the yeah.
No, Ross got his lick, and then he just made jokes. I respect that.
Exactly,
because it wasn't that serious. It wasn't that serious at all.
Exactly.
Even and from the cease and desist, from what I hear, that wasn't even that serious. That was like some some jokey joke business stuff. So I mean, obviously they fell out for a different reason. We talked about that. How do you feel about his end? Him doing his little Drake poetry session that he does. And what he say? You would be a worthy competitor if I were really a predator. You weren't lying at every blog and editor. Like,
No, I was with him. I was with him because I think like I said, Drake really went into this, feeling in his heart of hearts that he was the better rapper than Kendrick, and then he get in this battle, and he's out rapping them. But the people don't care.
Right.
They with all the bullshit. And I think if anything is phasing them, that's what it is. It ain't nothing else. It's like, oh, okay. Jokes and shit, memes and shit is the shit that's determining this.
Right.
And it's not the rapping. And that's what I hear it on. It ain't none of this other shit. I don't think nothing about that song. He even told I like the little West Coast joint, but he's talking about some bullshit on there.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. I gotta ask you this too. Then, as we moving along in this, like I've heard a lot of theories and stuff, right? Like and this is fact, right? Nobody outside of Kendrick, Cole, and Drake would have been able to pull this battle off at the level that is being pulled off, and people care at the level that they care at. Do you feel like this is so like Kendrick has a bar in Euphoria, right, where he says, "This is a friendly fade," right? Do you feel like there's some sort of I ain't gonna say like this is some wrestling, planned fighting stuff, but do you feel like this was something that I don't know how to put it. I don't want to say that I don't think it was planned in the way that I'm like planned completely, but do you feel like this took some cooperation on both sides for them to keep this thing going? Because they're making tons of songs. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how you feel about that.
No, because Drake always with the shits, bro. I think the fact that Kendrick made so many songs made Drake make more songs, and that's it. I don't know, planning. They hate each other. They hated each other.
Well, I think
for a decade now.
Yeah, I think. Well, here's what I think though with that whole.
I think Drake though Oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, all I was gonna say with that whole hate bit is that I don't think that Drake respects Kendrick enough to hate him. I just think he don't respect him. Like I think that this battle, I don't think it comes off as hate. Nothing that Drake did felt like hate. It just felt like, oh, that's what we doing. I'm gonna try to reciprocate the energy. Like the whole dropping like the wife name, he did that before, and he respected Pusha, right? Which is why like this is how I feel, right? The reason I know I brought up Duppy Freestyle before, right? But the reason that Duppy Freestyle sounded like how it sounded is because Drake actually respected Pusha lyrically. I don't think at any point in this battle, up until Heart Part 6, this is the only time where I felt like he was like, all right, now I got to get into my Alchemist 40 beat and do the, you know what I mean, the triple entendre stuff. Like he's never respected Kendrick up until now. No. You know what I mean? Or he's never.
I really don't think it's that deep. I really think he don't hate the nigga, and it's been since Control. I think, but Drake is somebody that's always thinking about the bad first, and he'll put his own hate aside. He'll piece it up with anybody if it being a song. And nigga made us. He done made a song with plenty niggas that he pieced it up with, and then they went back to beefing right after it, i.e. Kanye, The Weeknd, Chris Brown. Like, it's just what it is. I don't. The nigga sounded the way he sounded on Duppy because half 60% of the bars on Duppy went to Kanye West. Like,
you sure, but it was
not even to push it. I think like I'm not gonna psychoanalyze the man too much. No, I don't. I think he thinks he's a better rapper than fucking Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, that's my point.
The best rapper in the world.
Yeah,
I think he thinks he's the best rapper all time. That's what I think. So I think anybody. I just think that's his flow down. That's just what it is. It is.
Yeah, maybe I just feel like I don't feel like Drake's been put like. Don't get me wrong, Family Matters is amazing, but that wasn't even a concerted effort towards Kendrick, right? That was a split effort of I got bars for you, The Weeknd, ASAP, Ross, Future, Metro, right? Like, and then he spends this third part, which again, I told you my theory on this. That wasn't even supposed to be there. I think that was supposed to be his whole thing, but got collapsed into one once he realized that Not Like Us and Meet the Grams was coming out, or Meet the Grams coming out. I think that I really don't think like that Drake has. It's actually kind of weird. That's part of, and I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I feel like that's what lost the battle. Obviously, the public perception was never going to be on his side because it's Drake versus Kendrick, and then it's the moral grandstanding. But
yeah, this is the same shit Elliot was saying. No, I don't think respect has shit to do with it. I don't think it determined the battle. And Drake could have rapped his ass off. He could have did 10. Like, niggas don't even like that he did the shit on the Hard Part 6. Niggas don't even like the Hard Part 6. Like, the shit was decided before it was even out. And this nigga Kanye, niggas called his ass crazy. What this nigga said is actually what it was.
Yep.
This is the elimination of Drake. And like the reason why he went at these other niggas is because it was a 20v1. It is not a 20v1 anymore. It's a one versus the fucking West Coast now.
Yeah, well, it's the industry. It's still the industry pretty much, right?
It really is the industry, bro. This shit is unbelievable. It's shit I've never seen before. No, I ain't seen one person outside of people that got nothing to do with it saying like, it's like some of these niggas, like former rappers, is like, oh yeah, I like the raps on Drake and shit. Niggas saying like the Family Matters is hard. I seen one nigga come out and just tweet like, "Oh, Family Matters is hard." None of these niggas, this nigga did songs with his shit. Nobody.
Yeah, which I thought that was
out here bopping to the.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was the odd part, right? Like outside of Cam, Gilly, Flex, like Drake has collaborated, and within the past year, that like dozens of people that Drake has collaborated with, I've not heard one person tweet, speak.
And that's exactly. And it's been my whole take with Kendrick is that my thing with him is not, it ain't got nothing to do with music. My thing is that he's not critiqued like everybody else.
Right.
Anybody else can get critiqued, whether it's a single, whether it's a project.
Yep.
People will say what they like and people will say what they don't like. I've never heard a single. I've never heard from anybody, from Funk Flex to Charlemagne to Joe Budden. I've never heard anybody say any constructive critique about any piece of work this man has ever done. And it's unlike any artist I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I mean,
any artist I've ever seen.
Let's get to critique, right? Let's talk about, because I do think that this battle is over. I don't think it's over. I think it's what do you call it? When the people don't battle for a period of time, ceasefire. I think it's a ceasefire because Drake ain't never gonna let this go. And I think I think. Sorry, go ahead.
Actually, yeah. What you was about to say, I wasn't at that mindset until earlier this morning when Drake house got shot up. Then I'm like, okay, it might be a little break now.
Yeah, no, it's
It might be a little break.
I think it kind of has to
Unless
because clearly there's some.
Some other shit going on.
Right. Which for those listening, this has nothing to do with Kendrick.
Life laws.
Kendrick ain't sending no shooters, bro. Like what's Drake say? Drake said he's civilian. He's PC. He's a civilian. Kendrick is not shooting shooters.
Right.
That's some Canada gangster stuff. They ain't got nothing to do with us. Let's talk about the biggest.
Never thought you'd say that.
Sorry, what?
I said you never thought you'd say that word in the same thing as some Canadian gangster stuff.
I thought they was all. I didn't know they had guns. I thought they was like London. How they only got knives and they don't got guns. Let's get into some of the biggest missteps on both sides that we talk about critiquing. That we feel like the folks made. I think we could start with Drake and then move to Kendrick, the current victor. And for me, I'll go first and I'll throw it to you. We can go back and forth and collaborate on this. But I feel like the biggest misstep that Drake did was not dropping enough songs. Because I don't think that he could. I don't think he could have. I don't think he was struggling to do it. Well, I think that I think they didn't. Kendrick has two more, right?
Was
616 in L.A. 616 in L.A. and then Meet the Grams. Oh no, it was one more. Kendrick had one more. So what I'm saying is I guess what I'm saying is correct myself. The frequency at which Drake dropped. Drake could have stepped on some of them songs. Like he could have stepped on 616 in L.A. with his own time step. Although I feel like I do also respect the fact that it seems like Drake honors his own time step records. Like he's not trying to use it for like a moment. Like like when he do a time stamp, it really supposed to mean something. But also I feel like with Drake, it's hard because he didn't do a whole lot of the wrong things. I think the AI thing was a little weird, but it worked. I will say the biggest missteps for me, honestly, is just in part 6, Cop and Please. I think like that was my thing. I'm like, I don't need you to say no, I didn't do it. Because you have fire bars in there. And then I ain't fucking with no teenagers. You said what?
It was right before the hard part. It was right before the hard part 6, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, fam. I can't say that there was a misstep. Outside of I don't even know. I just can't say. I'm telling you, I don't think he ever stood a chance in the court of public opinion.
No, yeah, and that's why that's kind of why I wanted to start with Drake, because I honestly, outside of like, I do feel like he was copping pleas on the hard part 6. I don't have no issue with him outside of, maybe trying to step on, 616 in LA or whatever, because people thought 616 in LA was like the victory lap, and it's like, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. Every single song that he put out was the greatest song of all time, bro. There was no winning that. There was just no winning. That's what I'm saying about these disses. Nobody was critiquing them shits. Yeah. Nobody was saying 616, oh, this angle is kind of trash. Nobody's even critiquing that he got fed false information and he put it out.
He lied about
a whole kid. He lied about a fake daughter,
he
bro.
He lied about a child.
It was exactly, bro.
Crazy
work. It was in the car. So what he did, the reason why Drake wasn't able to step on his releases is because Drake was writing his songs after Kendrick wrote his songs.
Do you feel like Kendrick,
opposed to Kendrick?
Do you feel like Kendrick had like 6 ready? Like, do you feel like he had them ready?
He wrote 3 songs in the week. It took him 3 weeks to reply to Drake's first 2 joints.
Yeah,
he wrote 3 songs, and I think one was up tempo. He had a strategy. He had an up tempo reply. He had a slow tempo reply, and then he had a family song because everybody, when they diss Drake, brings up his family. For some reason, he's the only person whose family shapes his life, right?
Yeah.
Then he released Euphoria because that was the thing. Then he came with this slow play 616 that didn't hit. Drake just happened to respond, and he was like, "Oh, we got the family record."
What do you feel like?
Bam.
What do you feel like? So we can move on to Kendrick then. What do you feel like some of Kendrick's biggest missteps were in this battle? Because I feel like he made a lot, which was kind of weird. I feel like at first I thought it was paint by the numbers, but I think toward the end he started messing up.
I think first of all, the fact that most people like public perception is that he won the beef. I can't say he had a misstep because he got the job done. But his biggest, if there was a biggest misstep, it was taking the bait. This was taking the bait on the false information.
Yeah.
And him not trying to outbar. Because right now, cool, he got it. There is potential for people, it's gonna be some random ass person gonna put out a tweet. 2 years from now, it's gonna be like, damn, when I re-listen to the Drake was actually cooking this nigga.
Right.
And you know, then all these random people that's not in the moment right now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I feel like just from honestly, from public perception, I feel like Kendrick's biggest misstep was he kind of double spoke, or he double he had, you know, I think the double standard ultimately contradictory.
Yeah.
He was very contradictory in how he expressed his morals. I think that Whitney thing I think that's gonna stick. I honestly, I'm seeing people. It's too many people.
Bro.
I thought. Don't get me. Look. I thought once Meet the Grams came out, that and Not Like Us, everybody was just gonna be like, we don't really care about what Drake said. But honestly, I'm getting a lot of people that's like, yo, is your wife? Can your wife put up a smoke signal or something or you're not your girlfriend?
Yeah,
your fiance?
Let her go. Let somebody say I beat her.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. But
and she gonna be out there early. Nah, this fake news.
Exactly. And that's what I think, that I felt like Kendrick thought he didn't have to say nothing about it, and that it would just go away because he was just gonna be at a music away. And I don't think it's going away. Right. It's not. You know.
Well, maybe it's the whole concept for his next album, bro. Maybe he announcing. I would say announcing their divorce, but they ain't got married yet.
Right. What was that on Love? Was that not Love and Basketball? That was Brown Sugar. My divorce.
Yeah. No, exactly, bro. I think he probably got, because some people do look at him as this high man of integrity and shit like that. With school, you can be, but that don't mean that you don't have.
Well, I think
flaws, bro. You can't take the holier than thou approach.
I think I think the fact that he took that angle, he is going that worked for a little bit, right? But I think that's gonna put him in a microscope. Honestly, that's what I'm seeing. Right. I'm seeing people.
He already got people. I already see people digging up his old tweet. They already released a story about him wanting to boycott
R. Kelly, which ain't fair, because I feel like that was top. But I feel like I think that was top. But either way, Kendrick's name was in the headlines, so that was just it. Now I don't know. I feel like, again, you're right. I don't want to make it sound like Kendrick ain't winning, but it is an active battle.
No.
And so I don't think it's over. And that's why I point out the missteps, because I think they're gonna come back to bite him.
No, that's why I said. Well, allegedly, there's more in the clip. I am gonna say that you're right, because now, whether Kendrick realized this or not, a lot of the people that was helping create narratives around this, is people that it's not his fans. It is people that's out here trying this pedophile bandwagon.
It's kind of odd
because. Every time he does a feature, it's gonna be like, oh, who's this with?
Right.
Put Kodak on your next album again. Put Kodak on your next album and see what backlash you get.
It's kind of odd because it's the same way that Drake. It's the same way that, because of the Drake and Meek Mill thing, right? Drake was already in pop space, but Kendrick is in pop space now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's not friendly. It's clearly because Drake has experienced the rise of being a pop star, a rap that went pop, and Kendrick is there too now. I'm seeing white girls that shop at Trader Joe's talk about the thing about this rap battle with Kendrick and Drake, right? Like it's
Yeah, bro. You
but
should
that's
have
an
heard the
unforgivable.
news from when Drake house got shot up. Like, what's these people gonna do? It's like it's real
Yo,
interesting because he's currently in a rap beef with fellow rapper Kendrick Lamar,
no, I
and he
had to.
posted his house on the. I'm like, what is happening?
A matter of fact, that's a great segue. By the way, let's get into the issue with Kendrick fans. I know you had a back and forth with a Kendrick fan. I've been having back and forth with Kendrick fans on everything that I comment on and make videos about. So I want to know how you feel about Kendrick Lamar fans, but two, I also want to know do you feel like his fans are going to help or hurt him in this long term? Because again, I feel like this is a long term battle. It ain't over, like at all. But how do you feel?
For me, I think Kendrick now, and I didn't think this beforehand.
Yeah.
I've been arguing with Kendrick fans for 10 years now.
Yeah.
For as long as Drake and Kendrick been beefing.
Yeah.
I now think Kendrick has the worst fan base. Which is the best fan base. Best fan base with him, but he has the worst fan. He has the Dallas Cowboy fan base of the rap.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers does not like you.
No, listen, and my reason is because Drake's fans is the first person to flame this man when he do something crazy, bro.
Right.
We on here talking about these trash ass Millie Bobby Brown.
Yep. We was, you know what's crazy?
Please, we're cooking off of this, right?
You know what's crazy? I made a video about I was on TikTok and I made a video about like how I think Kendrick fans are struggling because they're gonna have to really when this ceasefire starts, they're gonna have to look back and realize what Kendrick had to do in order to what he had to do. Now I don't fault Kendrick because I think like this is war. You got to do what you got to do. But I think the fans are the ones that try to push the narratives and justify it. I'm like, yo, like Kendrick had to like literally call Drake a pedophile when he has allegations of this whole wife beating thing and then the kid not being yours. Like that's gonna hurt. And then somebody was like, well, Drake's a pedophile. I'm like, bro. This ain't new news. Like you said, we've been flaming Drake forever. Like when them first texts, the reason we know about them texts wasn't new between him and Millie Bobby Brown. She posted them. And we looked at Drake and we was like, bro, why is you texting a 13-year-old on Stranger Things? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Even, me and you, we had the conversation about For All the Dogs. And, and the whole, she was 21.
Right. Exactly.
And so, like, we've been having, and I think, like, I don't think people think that Drake fans are critical thinkers, and so they think that they have to explain morality to them. It's like, no, we knew that Drake was a cornball. That's part of what, but that part of that is because he's a very public person. Now Kendrick is forced to be a public person, and y'all got to deal with that.
Right. Yeah. Right. So I blame his fans for ruining the beef.
100%. Because it was fun.
Because before they really went super fanatics, it was just, let's get some great music. You know what I mean? And even me, I'm like, okay. Push Us came out, tell man, come on, let's go. I'm like, Kendrick, where you at? And then he dropped Euphoria in the first minute. I'm like, no, you're about to ruin it. And then he take off. And I'm like, let's go. This beat is fire. After that, every time a song dropped, I'm tweeting out stuff. I love hip hop. This is great.
You know what?
I'm sounding out both of them. And then after, I don't know what song did it, but after like 616, it went to super fandom mode.
You know what it was for me?
Over, bro.
You know what it was for me, and it reminds me of when the Us, the Us trailer. Remember when Us came out? You talking about the Key and Peele or the Jordan Peele movie?
Jordan Peele, yeah.
When the I Got Five on it dropped, and then everybody was making think pieces about the soundtrack. Yo, when Meet the Grams came out, bro, everybody was like,
oh
my God, it's like a horror movie.
Oh my
like
God.
he's really killing Drake. I'm
I
like,
saw, bro. That's a fact, bro.
like, are we listening to the same? I'm asleep. Why are we listening to the same thing?
Do you know what's his name? ARP, Rare Breed.
Yes. Yep.
He did a thing where he was like listening to the track. So he felt, Family Matters, and those dropped at 11 at night.
Right.
So he wake up, he was like, "Oh, I haven't heard neither one of the songs. No, I'm just gonna play them now. I'm gonna play the first one. I'm gonna stop the video, play the second one." He played Family Matters. He's going crazy.
Right, because that was
This
hard.
is dope, right? Right. And then he was like, "Okay, now I'm gonna play Meet the Grams." He played Meet the Grams. Of course, he's listening to the lyrics. There is no bars, but he just slightly bobbed his head waiting for it. And then he got to the third verse, and the man like, "Dear baby girl," and then he put his ear closer to the screen. And then when he got to the part that was like, "You not hiding," and he lost it. He stood up and said, "It's over. That's how you do beef. It's over." I'm like, what? Just that might be the moment.
Yep.
The fake kid. Yep. That's when Drake lost it.
Yep. It's
unbelievable. And that's the same bar where I was like, "Oh, Drake won."
Yep. That's honestly, yeah, exactly. I'm like, bro, you made, like, that's a bold claim too. Like, without proof.
Bro.
And that's the thing too. That's what I would say the misstep is, because nobody really cared about proof. Like before, like beef was beef. Beef was beef, but when he claimed the child, because like you can call somebody a pedophile, you can call somebody a woman beater, but when you say somebody has a human being that's 11 years old,
yeah, unbelievable.
Okay,
you gotta be kidding me. Respect was lost. I just talked about how respect was gained. Yep.
Yes, yeah, which is crazy because I feel like we was given a lot of respect to him. Let me move along because I got a little bit longer to chat. But how did Drake lose the? Actually, we can wrap all of this up into one thing, and then we'll go to where we go from here.
Mm-hmm.
How did Drake lose the public? Right, because clearly. There's a lot of things going on here, right? Kendrick and Drake are clearly communicating to each other, or at least Drake is communicating directly to Kendrick. I don't think Drake is trying to win over the public, not really. With what he's communicating, right?
That's all I was trying to tell you. Drake never had the public, bro.
Right, and I think he knew that. I think he knew that.
Yeah, the minute he dropped push-ups, everybody was saying, "This dude made a singing song."
Right.
Then he dropped Taylor Bay, and everybody's saying it's AI. Now keep in mind, these are 2 songs to 0.
Yeah.
Okay, the moment he dropped Euphoria, it was over.
Right.
It was over. Every poll I saw, who's winning? Kendrick, in a landslide. It's unbelievable. It's like I've never seen before.
Yep.
There's no way it has ever been a landslide. The only time where I felt like the ties was really tipped, and I'm like, damn, was when after this Not Like Us, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, bro.
Right.
You just stepped on Family Matters.
Yeah.
And then you come back with one more song. And both of the songs were so bad to me, but and I'm seeing that all the videos come on, the motherfucker see walking through it, and I'm just
you're right, exactly. Oh my gosh, that was so much.
Okay. And from there, I didn't even think Drake was gonna come out with another record. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Right.
I'm taking my ball. I'm going home. I was happy with our person came on. Like, cool. That's what I needed.
Yeah, exactly. I think that
I felt like.
Sorry, go ahead.
Like you said, you're right. He was talking to him. I feel like he was talking to him. I feel like Kendrick, I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like half of the shit that he used was shit that he did find off Twitter. It was just shit that was trending.
Right.
Everything that's been in the media about Drake and like this year. And then the other half was every recycled shit from everybody else that already existed. From Joe Budden, from Pusha T, from Common.
So I got my last couple questions. One of them for you, especially. Do you feel like the industry? We talked about this a little bit earlier, but I thought all of this was weird. Do you feel like the industry is trying to get rid of Drake? Only reason I ask is because when this beef starts, and I wrote it down too in our notes, but when this beef starts, coincidentally, like I think right before Family Matters drops, TikTok strikes a deal with Universal. You know, Universal had took all the music off TikTok. Right, we had talked about that a few pods ago, and all of a sudden, during this beef, like our first couple songs that come out, and all of a sudden they're back on. Now they're playing Like That, Not Like Us, on sports shows and stuff like that. But I think Push-Ups may have played once or here or there or whatever. So like, what do you feel about all of that? The industry, Drake, Kendrick, and all of that.
Oh, I think definitely the industry, but I think it's deeper than industry because Drake is like powerful. I mean, he just got a $400 million contract that he is saying was a low ball.
Right.
Like, bro, this dude has potential, and regardless if people want to see that this is a black man, and this is where they don't let black people into
ownership.
Bro.
Yep.
Anytime you start seeing shit, salacious shit, like pedophilia shit, that's from way deeper. Like whether Kendrick really realize it now, he's pushing propaganda that he don't even know. That wasn't just found it out by some random person that was just pulling up old shit from Drake. No, that was the concerted effort. And then you start putting in shit that looked like it could be a little sketchy, just throwing it out there, how everybody starts sharing it, bro. It's shit,
It's
definitely so, bro.
Yeah, that's what I've been listening to a lot of different theories, and one of the ones that made sense was that. Now the issue, I think, well, like the last thing I want to say is like, where do we go from here? But before I transition to that, I think my issue is, and I saw somebody else break this down, is I don't really know, right? Like when you've seen this happen in companies, you probably seen it happen in your company and stuff like that. But like when they try to, like, how like HR or somebody will come in and they'll let go of a manager, like a high ranking manager or a supervisor or leadership, senior leadership, and they try to bring in somebody, right? Like just anybody, as long as they got the degree or they got the certification or they know somebody. But they don't get the job. They're not getting the job done nearly as well as the other person was getting the job, like at the volume that they was getting it done. I don't know who replaces Drake. That's the weird thing about all this whole beef thing. Because Kendrick is not replacing Drake. Like this, they're not.
They need to be careful. Be careful what they wish for, bro. Be careful what they wish for. There is not one person. I saw all these articles talking about hip hop is back this year. Nah.
Right.
Nah. No. I assure you, it ain't been no dope albums out this year. The Metro and Boomin' Future shit came out this year.
Yeah.
And it had Like That on it. And Like That is a big ass record. But y'all not about to tell me that the album is crazy. You're just not. I'm sorry.
Right.
From that, we got Drake and Kendrick. So Kendrick and Drake have same tip top, yes.
Yeah.
Everything good from them is been from them.
Right, exactly.
You remove Drake. Let's say he decides, you know what, bro, I'm just gonna take some years off. You let me know where the club records is coming from. You let me know where the summer anthem is coming from. The feel good joints is coming from. Just please let me know. Or the person that's actually getting these people together to do the man. He tried to do a song with Kendrick and J. Cole.
Yep. Which is crazy.
We was geeked that Kendrick and J. Cole. I mean that J. Cole and Drake did a song together. Well, first I was like, oh shit, they did a song together. It's been so long. Could you imagine what everybody would have been saying had it actually been what the original plan was? That shit would have been crazy, bro. I'm talking about saving hip hop.
Yeah, I think at some point, and then I'll close on this because I'm out of time, but it's up forever. But I think that if they can, and because I
got one more thing to say.
No, go ahead. Yeah, it's up forever, and I don't know if like as far as where do we go from here, Drake is not incentivized to squash this beef, but I think it would benefit everybody to kumbaya because we not in a good space. Like I think people are looking at this and they're like, music is in a good space, and I don't think that. I don't think it. Yeah.
No. What I was gonna say is, I think from here we get. I think Kendrick drops the album first, and then I think on there will be his actual realest album, and not the fake surface level shit that Mr. Morale was.
Right.
Yeah, it's deep, but no, bro, that's all basic level shit. I think we find out actually who this dude is as a man today in 2024,
which I would appreciate.
Who he is as a dad today as a husband today in 2024. I think we actually get that. And he might even break down how he was affected by this, and when people would be shocked because he even did a little bit on the Meet the Grams. And he was like, "Truthfully, I don't hate you, blah blah." He saying some shit like that.
Right.
We might get it for Drake. I think we do get a little, especially with the shit that just happened with the loss.
100%.
I think we
get a different Drake. Yeah.
I don't know. I think he produces probably the best timestamp we get. And I don't think it'd be like a distant timestamp, but I think it'd be a little bit of everything. I think this beef is going to produce the best time. Not about the beef, but I think when Drake, like after the months come by and we get ready for the new album, I think the next timestamp is going to be unbelievable. Just from a perspective saying, because now that he see the fans against him, all the fake people in the industry, nobody says shit. I think we get just a leap in just how happy his fans is with the rap that he did. For this, I just think we just get a top tier fucking timestamp out wherever it be. Whenever.
I agree. No, it's gonna be top tier. 100% agree. I can't wait for it, honestly. But man, it's been a doozy. Lord have mercy. Y'all know what it is, man. It is the. Sorry. Peace out. All right, appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Peace out.